Okay, here we go. Okay, today I will try to learn some Windows exploitation. Zero score. Okay. First of all, I will go learn, then modules, then I will go. Okay, I want how to web into cybersecurity awareness. Web hacking fundamentals, introduction cybersecurity, network, Windows fundamentals. Okay, let's try it. Okay, let's go. Windows fundamental free. Okay, Windows fundamental 1. In part 1 of the Windows fundamentals module, we will start our journey by learning about the Windows. Okay, let me come in. Okay, let's start. The NTFS file system, USC, the control panel, and more. Okay, let's start. Fundamentals. Okay, the Windows operating system OS is a complex product with many system files, utilities, settings, features, etc. This module will attempt to provide a general overview of just a handful of what makes up the Windows OS, navigate the user interface, make changes to the system, etc. The content is aimed at those who wish to understand and use the Windows OS on a more comfortable level. Launch the attached virtual machine. The virtual machine should open within your web browser. If you want to access the virtual machine via remote desktop, use the credentials below. Machine ID, user administration. Okay, accept the certificate when prompt, and you should be logged into the remote system now. Okay, complete. No, I want to start the machine. Starting your machine. Okay, it's completed. Then let's go. Windows editions. The Windows operating system has a long historical dating back to 1985, and currently it is the dominant operating system in both home use and corporate networks. Because of this, Windows has always been targeted by hackers and malware writers. Windows XP was a popular version of Windows and had a long-running. Microsoft announced Windows Vista, which was a complete overhaul of the Windows operating system. There are many issues with Windows Vista. It wasn't received well by Windows users, and it was quickly phased out. When Microsoft announced the end of life date for Windows XP, many customers panicked. Corporations, hospitals, etc. scrambled and tested the next viable Windows version, which was Windows 7, against many other hardware and devices. Vendors had worked to against the clock to ensure their products work with Windows 7 for their customers. If they couldn't, their customers had to break their agreement and find another vendor that upgraded their products to work with Windows 7. It was a nightmare for many, and Microsoft took note of it. Windows 7, as quickly as it was released soon after, was marked with an end of support date. Windows 8.x came and left. It was short-lived like Vista. Then arrived Windows 10, which is the current Windows operating system version for desktop computer. Windows 10 comes in two flavors, Home and Pro. You can read the difference between the Home and Pro here. Even though we didn't talk about servers, the current version of the Windows operating system for servers is Windows Server 2019. Many critics like to bash on Microsoft, but they have made long strides to improve the usability and security with each new version of Windows. Note the Windows edition for the attached VM is Windows Server 2019 standard, as seen in System Information. update. As of June 2021, Microsoft announced the retirement dates of Windows 10 here. Microsoft will continue to support at least one Windows 10 semi-annual channel until October 14, 2025. As of October 5th, 2021, Windows 11 now is the current Windows operating system for end users. What encryption can you enable on Pro that you can't enable in Home? Encryption itu lagi ni saya. Encryption. Sarzi talaga beres this. BitLocker, what encryption? BitLocker. Okay, that's good. Then I'll go to the third part. The desktop GUI, graphical user interface. The Windows desktop, aka the graphical user interface or GUI in short, is the screen that welcomes you once you log into a Windows 10 machine. Traditionally, you need to pass the login screen first. The login screen is where you need to enter valid account credentials, usually a username and password of a pre-existing Windows account on that particular system or in the Active Directory environment if it's a domain joined machine. The above screenshot is an example of a typical Windows desktop. Each component that makes up the GUI is explained briefly below. The desktop, start menu, search box, task view, taskbar, toolbars, notification area. The desktop is where you will have shortcuts to programs, folders, files, etc. These icons will either be well organized in folders sorted alphabetically or scattered randomly with no specific organization on the desktop. In either case, these items are typically placed on the desktop for quick access. The look and feel of the desktop can be changed to suit your liking. By right clicking anywhere on the desktop, a context menu will appear. This menu will allow you to change the sizes of the desktop icons, specify how you want to arrange them, copy paste items to the desktop, and create new items such as folder, shortcut, or text documents. Under display settings, you can make changes to the screen's resolution and orientation. In case you have multiple computer screens, you can make configuration to the multi-screen setup here. In a remote desktop session, some of the display settings will be disabled. Okay, under personalize, you can change the background image to the desktop, change fonts, themes, color, scheme, etc. The start menu. In previous versions of Windows, the word start was visible at the bottom left corner of the desktop GUI. In modern versions of Windows such as Windows 10, the word start doesn't appear anymore, but rather a Windows logo is shown instead. Even though the look of the start menu has changed, its overall purpose is the same. The start menu provides access to all the apps, programs, files, utility tools, etc. that are most useful. Clicking on the Windows logo, the start menu will open. The start menu is broken up into sections, see below. These sections of the start menu provides quick shortcuts to actions that you can perform with your account or login session, such as making changes to your user account, look your screen, or signing out of your account. Other shortcuts specific to your account are your documents, folder and pictures folder. Lastly, the gear icon will change, the gear icon will take you to the settings screen, and the power icon will allow you to disconnect from a remote desktop, shut down the computer, or restart the computer.